I don't know if you could tell, but it's like a whole 1.5 feet. This is unheard of. Should take Brian Lottie here. Well, let's see. I think like when I realized I wasn't gonna stop skating was had to have been like 2.5 years ago, because that's when I tore my ACL and my meniscus. And I couldn't skate for 2 years due to time constrictions on the surgery. But it's like, first thing I did was I went and bought a skateboard. And I'm already like 26, so I feel like if I have surgery this late in my skateboard career and I still skateboard, I mean, I think it's forever until my legs fall off.
All right. Can you tell me maybe what is the most creative thing you've ever seen done with a skateboard or on a skateboard?
Well, let's see. I don't know. I always think it's more creative when skateboarders use terrain. Like that John Mata guy, I watched his video parts, and he gets really creative with using the tranny spots and like ledge spots that he has. He does tricks that nobody's thought of. So I think most of that guy's stuff is really cool. Like he does the wall ride, like back 360s and stuff. But I think like the best trick I've ever seen done was Danny Gonzalez when he did that wall ride straight up and then straight like to vertical. So he was completely 180 with the flat ground, and this is the craziest trick I've ever seen. The photo is amazing, and it was probably the most creative thing I've ever seen.
Road shotgun mic.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, a lot of times someone will throw double. Yeah. Dude, I saw it in Willie's head. I knew he already figured it out. He was one.
That's awesome. He doesn't like that.
So good. So cute.
Don't give him so much water. You saw what happened over his bar. They know they gave him water and then he just threw it all up and it looked.
Oh. It's totally like the drug usage factor, because I don't do a lot of drugs and I don't smoke, but you know, I think it's like stemming from like the early 90s and things like that. Everybody you know, they got that skate or die stoner attitude misconception in their heads, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of, like I'm always getting asked like, do I have a cigarette or do I have any pot, like from passerby? And I'm like, no, and then they like, you're a skateboarder, you have to, and I think it's crazy. And I know people like, you know, like Corey, they don't smoke or do drugs or anything, and I don't know, I'm just tired of everybody assuming.
Do you have any crazy like cop stories, security guard, or like a run-in with a bum or a pedestrian?
I don't know about like, I don't know, I have a couple, but I think like the one that I remember the most is I was skating at this park, you know, it's all marble ledges, and there's like me and about 10 other people, and this cop rolls up and you know, handcuffs all of us. You know, he had a couple of backup police officers with him, and we're all sitting down, and he's, you know, trying to write us all tickets. And earlier in the session, we noticed, you know, across the street, some woman was screaming and being dragged into a car. But I don't know, just being young and ignorant, we just kind of ignored it. And when the cop was sitting us down, we were like, you know, you should check that out. And he thought that we were lying to him, and he got really mad and called for more backup. And then after writing about half the tickets, he heard her scream, saw her get out of the car, and then some guy, like, you know, dragged her back into the car, and he went over there. The police dealt with it, I guess. She was kidnapped, and this guy was beating her, I guess, is what the news report said in the morning. But we were sitting there handcuffed for like 2 hours while they handled it. Finally, he just let us go instead of writing tickets because he felt bad, but I don't know, it was kind of crazy that we were all handcuffed and just sitting there watching while we thought we were all getting tickets. It's pretty cool though.
Lapel mic, non-wireless.